These are so good. I need to go back and buy me some more. 1 minute. Let me get something to drink. I love these drinks. Y'all should try these. They are really good. Only 45 in calories. 10 grams in sugar. 65 in sodium. They really good. Especially when they're ice cold. They're really good. Oh, it's so refreshing. You can buy from Publix or Walmart. I think at Publix they like, I think $4, and I think it's a 4 pack. I don't know if it's a 4 pack or a 6 pack. It's one of them. But at Publix, I think they $4, and at Walmart, I think they $3 and some change, almost $4. So ain't no big difference. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try this one again. Still got this hard thing. It ain't break yet. There you go. Oh, that's so good. So how's everybody's week going so far? Time for a fill-in. I already told my husband. I'm trying to see what color I'm going to get next time. He asked me what color I'm going to get next time. I don't know. But I know I love gel nails. These be gel nails. I like gel. They more expensive, but I like them because they last longer. And when they put the polish and stuff on, y'all women know what gel nails is. You don't have to sit up under the thing. I hate sitting up under the thing, so yeah. I like the gel nails. They're more expensive, but hey. That was so good. So, let me talk to y'all for a little bit. I was trying to post my other video earlier, but for some reason, it's not posting. I don't know why. What's going on with that? But, I was out earlier because I was trying to let y'all know that I had to go see about my son at school because I have a GPS on his phone. You know, let me know his locations and things like that. And like I was saying in my other video, it's not to be nosy or whatever the case is. It's for me and my husband to know his every move, because his location, he's supposed to be in school that say North. I mean, well, I'm not going to say the name of his school, but it's supposed to say the name of his school and the location where he's at and what time he arrived. But this particular location where it showed, it wasn't nowhere near his school, so I was kind of worried. So when I looked at the phone earlier, it was saying that he was at that location since 9 something this morning. By the time I looked at it, it was like 11 o'clock, so I had to call my husband and let him know. So I transferred him the information or whatever, and my husband seen it. So my husband was trying to call my son. He wasn't, call our son. He wasn't answering the phone or whatever the case is. He had to call the school. They claimed that he was there in school. Nobody picked him up or whatever the case is. I said, well, my GPS said something different. So my husband was at work. I was off today. So I had to go get up out of my bed and go to the school and make them call him down. So they did. They called him down. He came down to the office. And I talked to him, and he was like, Mom, everything all right? I said, yeah, I'm trying to find out. Me and Dad trying to find out what's up with your phone, what's up with your GPS, because it's not matching, and it's not telling us where your location is. And he was like, but Mom, I've been in school, or whatever the case is. And so I'm like, well, let me see your phone. So I look at his phone. So I had to tell him to reset his phone, like turn it off and turn it back on, so it could reset it. So he did that. So when he did that, it showed on my phone and his phone the location of where he was. The more of the story is, us as parents, we have to keep in contact with our kids. We have to know they every move, they everywhere, they every whereabouts. And the reason why I say that is because we living in the last days. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I put the GPS, I even have the GPS on my phone. I have it on my husband's phone, and I have it on my son's phone, because you never know. Y'all look at the news every day. Some kids leave home and don't never make it, leave to go to school and never make it back home. A lot of kids get kidnapped. A lot of kids get hurt. A lot of kids skip school. You never know what's going on with your children if you don't stay on top of them. And that's why we have the GPS on his phone, because God forbid if something happened to him or he get kidnapped, I would know his every move. I would know where he's at, because the GPS shows the location, where he be, like cornstarch all over around, like a crackhead. The GPS shows where's the location he is, where he be, how long he been there, what time he got there, when he leave, and stuff like that. So God forbid if something ever happened to him or he ever get kidnapped, I could always go to that location where he is. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to say as parents. We need to get more involved in our kids' life. A lot of parents feel like, oh, well, they 14, they 15, they 16, they need their space. I understand that. At the end of the day, our son is 15 years old. We give him his privacy to a certain extent. I need to know who you talking to on the phone, who you're texting, what friends you're so-called hanging with or talking to, what girls you're interested in. These what me and his father be looking for. You know what I'm saying? We go through his book bag. It's not that being nosy. It's telling your child that, look, we care enough for you to make sure you're making the right decisions, to make sure we're making you're making the right choices in life. Because if not, a lot of people wonder why they kids be skipping school, they kids be drinking, they kids be smoking, they kids be doing it, because you're not in your children's life like that. Y'all have no idea what y'all kids do when they leave home. You know what I'm saying? So us as parents, we need to step in and be more concerned of what our children are doing. Make sure they have homework. Make sure they need the things that they need for school. Make sure they need this. Make sure they need that. Now my son, yes, I spoil him. I give him anything that he asked for. You know why? Because I don't want him to look elsewhere. And yes, he might not be my biological son, but I took care of him all these years since I had him in my custody, so why not? You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about his mammy. That so-and-so thing, she gonna do whatever she wanna do at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, she losing custody. So God favors all. I'm gonna leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's in my custody. I make sure he get everything that he needs. You know what I'm saying? So he won't have to look for nowhere else. So he won't have to go nowhere else. I make sure he have money in his pocket, so he won't have to ask nobody or beg nobody for change. Or, you know, and I'm not everybody have it like that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, we need to learn to boost our children up instead of tearing them down. Because at the end of the day, they look up to us. We chose to have them. We chose to raise them. We need to do what we need to do as parents. Because if not, they're going to go astray. They're going to run with the wrong crowds. They're going to end up on drugs. They're going to end up homeless. They're going to end up alcoholics. They're going to end up killing. They're going to end up robbing. They're going to end up disgracing from you. And we losing our youth at young ages. You know why the devil can't touch us? Because we know better. We filled with the Holy Ghost. But they go after the youth because the youth is young-minded. And they feel like they could take over the youth mind. Because they are young. We are older. You know what I'm saying? So, basically, what I'm trying to say is, like the judges, they be quick to say, oh, be your child friend. Or you're not allowed to discipline your child. You're not allowed to beat your child. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do that. And a lot of these kids know that. That's why they act out the way they do. Because they know they got the law behind them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to tell y'all this. If them kids stay in y'all house, y'all have to clothe them, feed them, take care of them. Don't let no white man or no other person tell you how to raise your children. Because at the end of the day, they are in your care. And then when you don't take care of them, or you let them go astray, and then they end up killed, they end up dead, they end up 6 feet under, they end up shot, they end up in jail. The first thing them crackers say, where was the parents? But when the parents is here trying to discipline their children, take care of their children, y'all take that away from them. Y'all take that privilege away from them. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay for the police to shoot them down. It's okay for the police to kill them. It's okay for y'all to throw them behind bars. It's okay for y'all to be racism towards them. It's okay for y'all to do all these things to them. But y'all mean to tell me it's not okay for the parents to take care of their children? It's not okay for them to discipline their children? It's not okay for the parents to do nothing? No, y'all take that away from the parents. And then when the parents beat the children or discipline the children, the first thing y'all do is want to throw the parents behind bars. So how can the parents discipline their children or getting their children life like they should if y'all keep stepping in the way y'all should? The law is so messed up and it's so screwed up. But at the end of the day, when them same children act out or go robbing, hang with the wrong crowd, get killed, The same officers that shoot him down and kill him, and then y'all be the first one to say, well, where was the parents? The parents wasn't involved. No, the parents was involved, but y'all took the privilege from the parents to discipline their children. That's why I said parents, us as parents, we need to go hard on our children. Don't care what these crackers say. Don't care what these other people say. At the end of the day, them your children. You birthed them. You love them. You take care of them. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. We could care less about what anybody say. Like my husband say, you in our household, you gonna listen to us. We don't care what nobody else say, because at the end of the day, we take care of you. They don't take care of you. You know what I'm saying? They won't love you like we love you. They won't take care of you like we take care of you. You end up in foster care. You end up with a family that don't care, only want you for the money. Then you end up in all type of situations that you can't get out of. You don't need to go down that path. Parents and us as parents, some of us parents don't like to listen to our children. What I mean by that is, if they have a problem, learn to listen. Some children is scared to talk to their parents about anything because of how their parents might react. Y'all need to learn how to open and shut. Because at the end of the day, if you don't do that, you're going to lose out on your children. You're going to lose out on every move that they decide to make, because they feel like they can't come and tell mom and dad nothing because they're going to be down their back, or they're going to feel like they're making the wrong decision. Me, my husband, and our son, we have a good relationship. He could come and talk to us about anything. You know why? Because we don't bash him. We don't put him under the bus. We don't discourage him. We try to tell him the best way to go. Like even now, he's at that age. He's 15. He come and told me and his dad that he got a little girl in one of his classes or two of his classes that he liked. We try to get him our best opinion upon it. But yeah, I say, well, son, you already, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should be focused on school. Okay, I can say that, and I have told him that, but at the end of the day, he's still 15. I can't bash him and say, oh, you can't go around liking no little girl. Your mind need to be on your ability. I cannot bash him like that, because at the end of the day, we always that age. When we got 14, 15, 16 years old, them the ages when you start going through puberty. Some of them went younger. Them the ages that you start liking boys and girls. Them the ages where you start having these little crushes. You having these little urges. All you can do is just talk to your children. Let them know wrong for right. Let them know what type of woman to expect, or what type of young lady to expect. Let them know these things. Let them know where you went wrong, your mistakes. Tell them about your mistakes so they won't make the same mistakes that you made in life. That's what we have to do. Learn to, it's always about agree to disagree. Don't shut your children out. Learn to talk to them. The more you learn to talk to them, you open up to them, I guarantee you, the more you'll learn about your child. Because they'll feel like they will be so open with y'all to talk to y'all about anything. But if y'all keep shutting them out, y'all will never learn anything. Learn to listen instead of saying, oh, you don't have no feelings. No, you listen to me. I don't want to hear what you got to say. La, la, la. All you're doing is shutting your child down. And that's why they go to so-called homeboys, so-called homegirls that mean them no good. And then next thing you know, they're going astray. And then once they go astray, it's hard bringing them back. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, as parents, that's what we need to do. We can't say, oh, you know what I'm saying, you can't do this, or you can't do that, or you can't go on dates, or you can't be talking to girls on the phone, or you can't be doing it. Because at the end of the day, what they're going to start doing? They're going to start sneaking around. They're going to start sneaking around with these little girls or these little boys. And next thing you know, they're going to pop up pregnant, or they're going to end up getting somebody's child pregnant. Nor learn to teach them. I don't talk to my son about a lot of things. I don't talk to him about the wrong little chicken heads out here. I don't talk to him about respecting women out here. I don't talk to him about don't let nobody use him. I don't talk to him about condoms. I don't talk to him about a lot of things. So that's why he's so open with me, because we have that relationship. Even with his father, he'll come and talk to his father about a lot of things. And if his father doesn't know, because his father like to crack jokes a lot, so sometimes his father don't take things serious, so he'll come to me, and I try to give him the best that I can, because like I tell him, like I tell other people, I can't sit up here and say, well, son, yeah, that's what I might be thinking in my head, son, you need to think about your educated. Girls will come later. Yeah, that's what all parents say to their children. But at the end of the day, we forgot when we was their age. We be 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, and some of them be younger. Start liking girls, start liking boys. That's part of life, and that's what I'm trying to tell my son. Anything you have to say, even if you start getting the urge to have sex, that's part of life. If it comes to that, you come to us. Don't never be ashamed that when you feel like you can't come and talk to your parents. Because if you feel like you go to a homegirl or a homeboy, I guarantee you they ain't gonna give you the best advice. I guarantee you they won't. They is not gonna give you the best advice. So we need to come together more with the youth. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the youth, the kids, the young boys, the young girls, they need us. They need good role models. If they don't have nobody else, they need good role models. They didn't actually be here. So as them being here now, we need to do what we need to do as parents or step parents, whatever you want to call it, and take care of them the best way you can. Because this world is so wicked. You know, kids getting killed every day. Youth getting killed every day. Murdered every day. Getting kidnapped every day. Raped every day. So we need to start learning to pray more for our children. I'm telling you. And pray more for our families, our spouses. Because they need us. Without us, where would they be? You get what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to discuss with y'all and talk to y'all about. I ain't mean to, stay long on here, but it's some discussions I be want to talk to y'all about, and whatever the situation is. And every day, tell your children how y'all feel, that y'all love them, that y'all want to see them to succeed. Don't let them feel like they is worthless, or y'all mad at the daddy and be like, oh, you make me sick just like your daddy. I can't stand you. I hate your daddy. I hate you. Or you and the daddy's not getting along, then you take it out on the children. That's not right. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because especially as young men, they need their fathers. Just like young girls, they need their fathers. You know what I'm saying? So don't bash them. Try to lift them up as much as possible. They need their role models in their life. And I guarantee you, y'all won't go wrong with raising. Because at the end of the day, like they always say, you never know who you raising. One day you're going to need that same child when they grow up. So don't turn your back on them. Don't. It's a lot of parents, it's a lot of fathers, and it's a lot of mothers that's worthless and turn their back on their kids. And that's the worst thing you could do in life. I will never, even though he's not my biological child, but I will never turn my back on that little boy. Because he got a mother that don't care. He really do. Sound like it's raining. He have a mother that don't care nothing about him. But I'm not that mother. I'm that mother that gonna hold him down, show him that I care, let him know he gonna succeed in life. Don't let nobody tell you that you ain't gonna be nothing in life. You could be anything that you choose to be. Talk life into them instead of discouraging them. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what I have to say. Like, that's all I can say. Just do the best you can. Some of y'all have more than one kids. Some of y'all might have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But like my mom always told me, if you love one, you gotta love all. You can't do for one if you can't do for the others. You can't show favoritism to one and not the others. If you can't do for all, don't do for none. I mean, you just can't show kids like that, because they're gonna start feeling neglected. They're gonna start feeling like they not worth anything, and they're gonna feel like, like I told my husband, I think it was last night, we was talking about something in a conversation. I forgot what we was talking about, and my husband said something about due to a nigga or something like that. and he was talking about my son. And my son was in the room, and I told him, I say, tell your father you ain't a nigga. So cause before I said it, my son said, I'm not a no. What you? I'm not a nobody, or something like that. Something like that. I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong, or something like that. And I said, you tell your father you're not a nigga. And then my husband heard what I said, but my husband said I didn't mean it like that. But he apologized to his son for it, because my son said, when you call somebody a nigga, that mean that they're a nobody. And my husband told him, said, son, I didn't mean it like that. It was just a joke. Cause my husband always joking around. And I told him, sometimes you got to watch what you say around these kids, because they get emotional. And they done been through so much in life. And you don't want them to feel like they're a nigga. You know what I'm saying? They not a nigga. Or a lot of these little girls out here, because they mama get so mad at them, and I done seen it so much, especially on YouTube, where these mothers out here get so mad with their daughters, put them on blast, or call them all type of bitches and hoes and sluts. Why would y'all downgrade? Why would y'all disgrace y'all children like that? And I told him, I said, I told my husband, I never hear you call him that word again. Don't you ever call him another nigga. I understand he didn't mean it like that, but sometimes you got to be careful what you say to kids, because they take it to the heart. And our son, he's very sensitive with certain things. So I tell my husband, like, sometimes my husband will joke and call him a fool. I know my husband don't mean it. My son know he don't mean it. He plays around, but I also discredit him. I said, don't call him that. You know, so sometimes you got to be careful about what you say to these kids, because sometimes they take it to the heart, and they'll feel like they're a nigga, or they're a fool, or they're this, and they not that. They better than that. And that's what I try to get my husband to understand. We have to be careful about what we say around these kids, because they picks it up. You know what I'm saying? And basically, that's how that goes. I'm 33 minutes into this thing. God knows I ain't mean to talk this long. But it was just on my heart for me to come out and speak to y'all and let y'all know, never stop failing as a parent. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's hard. Yes, it take the Almighty to hold us together.